Son of a bitch, I don't fucking believe this shit. Hey, what's going on out there? This is Pete over at D.I.Y Auto School over here at SWRC, and you know, I love Volkswagens. I love the vintage feel, I love the vintage ride, I love the sound of cruising my Volkswagen down the road. But you know one thing I don't fucking like? I don't like when the motherfucker, what do we call that? Vapor lock. What is vapor locking? What is vapor locking? That's where air gets inside your fuel line from all the heat from your engine, and your car basically dies out. And you're basically stuck wherever it stops until the engine cools down or the fuel line cools down and finally gets that air trapped out of there and the fuel starts pumping again. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you how to fix that problem. It's very, very easy and simple. And basically what we're going to do, we're going to relocate the fuel line to a different position. We're also going to relocate the fuel filter in a different position, where we're going to take the fuel line and run it around so it's away from all the heat.
Welcome to D.I.Y Automotive School with my friend Pete and Minnie, the body shop girl. It's everything you need to know about cars and more.
So if we look right here, basically this is our basic situation we have. If you look, follow me right here, I'm one-handing it for you. And the hand is doing the talking, so pay fucking attention, because if you don't, that's the only thing that's gonna stick it in your ass, because you're the one that's gonna fuck up, not me. This is what your basic fuel line system looks like when you look at your Volkswagen. And what happens is this here goes into our fuel filter, comes out, and then goes around and comes into our carburetor. Now, we're running a progressive 2-barrel on this carburetor, but you probably have a Solex 1-barrel, single-barrel carburetor. And the same situation is going to happen. You're going to have overheating on the fuel line, and that causes vapor locking. So if you look right here, this is our inline, and we follow it around, and look what we got here. We got a metal line that travels around and down through the back of the engine compartment and out the car. But look where the fuel line is. It's right on top of this intake manifold, and it's all over where all the heat gets. And then of course the fuel filter was way back in here like this, and the fuel line was pinched up behind here and coming around here. What we need to do is we need to free that fuel line up where it's air's traveling around the whole fuel line, and then we need to get rid of this fucking metal line here, because that metal line is making it very, very hot and uncomfortable for our little Volkswagen. Now, the car we're working on here is a 1977 Volkswagen convertible. My friend Pete right here, the guy talking behind the camera, restored this car 22 years ago, and it's still a beautiful, beautiful car, and has been driven across the United States and around the fucking country several times, and still working. So that's a 22-year-old restoration that's still kicking in and driving down the road. So I'd like to go ahead and pat myself on the back for doing a beautiful job on that car. Not that I'm bragging or being arrogant, but that I did that car with a positive attitude and a work ethic that said I'm going to do the best job I can, because that's not my car. But you know what? I work on people's cars just like they were mine, and this is a good example of what the fuck is really going on. So when you see something like this 22 years later that you did yourself, it really makes you proud to say I did that. So one more pat right there, and I did a great fucking job. Thank you. And then of course if we walk in here, we see my little beautiful Volkswagen Maxwell, which I completely restored 5 years ago. So this is a 5-year restoration, and this is also not just a restoration, but this is a daily driver. My friend Pete drives this car on a daily basis every day. If you look up under the car there, we got to do a little repair. It's leaking oil very slowly, and I don't like it, so I will fix that, and then it will be out of the shop and me and my little Maxwell Bug will be back on the road again. But yeah, this is my little 64 Bug that I love probably more than my wife. Let's not say it too loud. She's in the other room working. We don't want her to hear that, because if we walk in here, you can see she is actually working on a Volkswagen. So we don't want to mention that my friend Pete just might be in love with his little Volkswagen Maxwell more than his wife. We just don't want to say that right now.
I can hear you.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I can hear you.
Oh, you heard me over there when I said that?
I can hear you, yes.
Well, you don't understand the situation when it comes to
I do
a
understand.
man and his Bug, okay? A Volkswagen Bug is not a car. A Volkswagen Bug.
Oh, it's a bug.
A Volkswagen Bug is a bug, and a bug is a bug, and that's the way it is. And when you love your Bug like my friend Pete does, nothing or nobody will get in your way to say, I love him.
I love him.
I love my little Bug.
Well, I'm so glad you love your little bug.
So please, don't be jealous of little Maxwell. I'm in here, can you see me? Don't be jealous, please, don't. She won't admit it, but she is jealous. She is jealous. But you know what? That's fucking life, I guess. Anyway, yeah, let's get back to the story here and do what we're supposed to be doing while we're supposed to be working. Plain and simple. Okay, hold on. Minnie wants to ask me a question. Probably Volkswagen related. Let's see.
Volkswagen related, all right.
All right, what's up?
Okay, I heard you talking about vapor locking.
Right.
That happened to me one time, a long time ago.
Did it?
The one and only time my mama let me borrow her car. She had a little Fiat 124 Spider, little convertible with a black top. Me and my brother borrowed the car. Vapor locked on us.
And you illegally borrowed it.
No, she
Oh, your mom knew if you borrowed it?
and that was the last time,
Now,
yeah.
how long were you stuck on the road until it cooled down and you were able to go again?
About 30, 40 minutes.
And that's what my friend Pete's here for. He's going to show you.
Yeah, but another
How's
thing
this?
I want to ask you about too.
This is about my Volkswagen? Or?
No, about that little bug you're working
Okay,
on.
the little convertible.
Yeah.
What about it?
Didn't it just get almost $10,000 worth of engine work done, and they didn't reline that fuel line
Well, that's
to
not
keep
my
it
problem.
from
I
doing?
didn't do it. See, that's the
I
situation.
know, but shouldn't the owner take it back to that guy who just spent $10,000?
But he's
going
gonna
to
pay- but he's gonna
rewire
pay-
this thing, run that gas
But see,
line.
that's the situation. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there that think they know they're Volkswagen mechanics, but until they actually get stuck on the road, they don't know how to fix that problem.
But shouldn't the mechanic that
I don't know.
redid that car? My point is,
I really don't think Les wants to take it 45 miles down the road just to have that done. But yeah, you're right.
he should have it done for free because he spent 10 grand getting the motor
Can I just
fixed,
say-
and the mechanic wasn't smart enough to reroute the fuel line off the
Can I say
manifold.
something now? Can I say something now? Your jealousy in my little Volkswagen Maxwell is starting to show. Okay? Keep working on the Carmen Gia. You're getting mad. You're getting mad about the Volkswagen. I see it in your eyes, and you're talking bad about it, so you need to just keep working on the Carmen Gia.
No, I'm talking bad about the mechanic.
Okay? No, he's actually a good mechanic. He did a great job.
Then why didn't he reroute?
I don't know. I don't know.
Reroute the fuel line.
Okay, thank you, Minnie, the body shop girl, for informing us about that. That's great. Thank you.
I want my money back from that guy.
Okay, yeah, that's, there you go. That's a woman for you. Always complaining and bitching. Live with them or leave them. What are you going to do? Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and remove this fuel line. I've already done that. And one good thing that you want to remember is remember where your lines go on here, and make sure that you put them back the exact same way, or what's going to happen, it's not going to pump fuel and you're going to be screwed. We don't want that. So we're going to go ahead and remove our intake line, you might call it. This is our intake, and then the bottom one will be our outtake. So we'll go ahead and remove that off of the fuel pump. Just take it completely off. And then once that's loose, we're going to go under the car and remove this metal line from the junction line that he's got down underneath. So if you look up inside there, you can see there's our fuel line right there, right behind the heater box. And what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and remove that metal fuel line from the main fuel line. But before we do that, what we want to do is we want to be able to take our clamps, and we're going to go ahead and clamp that line just like that. And then now that we removed our fuel line, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and get it all untangled here, just like this, because we want to get rid of this metal line. This metal line has got to go and get out of here. And then once, of course, that is removed, we'll go ahead and throw that away. We don't need it anymore.
Thanks for watching D.I.Y. Automotive School. Classes don't stop till you know everything.